Hey, what's going on, everyone? Supreme Cam here. So we're gonna be testing out the EXQ of just the backpack EXQ of the Destiny Impulse over here because that's really the only one I have got for this week over here. So there are two other EXQ that the Destiny Impulse will have. It's gonna be the CIWS from the chest. It's gonna be like a magazine type. I don't have that obviously, and then there is gonna be another like EXQ. So it's more or less of like the one we have for the input force impulse already. But this time around, it's gonna be like a throw melee weapon, so similar to any of those like ranged. I don't know. I've never actually seen the actual animation of it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a double hit, similar to like the Edge Fin, just like the Ixia. I'm pretty sure it should do pretty good damage. It's just gonna be like a two hit quitter and all that. But I don't have it, so I can't really test that out over here. But what we're gonna actually do is gonna test out the Wolfbang long range beam cannon over here in multiple scenarios because this EXQ is actually a little bit more different or a little bit more unique in a way. There's actually two parts to the EXQ. So the first part is gonna fire off like a. If you guys have seen the H3 Fortress like this one over here, if I can find it, let me filter a little bit over here under the H category, and then it's gonna be this one over here. So in terms of like the first stage or the first part of the EXQ is similar to this one over here. So it's gonna do like a, I don't know, from like a left to right swipe. But this one obviously, the one we're looking at, the H3 Fortress, is gonna have a longer range, and it's gonna do in terms of like how many damage per hit. It's gonna do a little bit more. But we just want to find out like how close of a range and what kind, like how many enemy can we hit per time over here. So I'm gonna take it on to probably a few multi-mission stage where I know there's gonna be at least a few boss over here. So that's pretty much the only EXQ we're gonna test out because so after he did like a left to right swipe from his twin beam rifle over here. This is not the beam rifle, but like the beam cannon over here. So it's gonna actually start from the right hand, so from this side over here, and then it's gonna carry on from the left hand side. I would say the range, I don't know why it's not as long as like the range is not that long. And then it's gonna trigger the second part where he's gonna get to the next enemy. But I would say, moving on from that first part of the EXQ onto the second part of the EXQ, there are high chance of you missing. So if, for example, where the enemy is placed, there's like a little bit of an obstacle, it's gonna completely kill the animation right off the bat. So we're gonna see what kind of scenario we can get this guy into. So that's pretty much it. Alright, so what we're actually gonna do, we're gonna wait for the enemy to kind of come by a little bit. So okay, I'm gonna see how I can do this actually. So only two are up front. Let me see. So let me see what kind of range we can get from right here. Well, not bad actually. Yeah, just like that. So you see him flying off a little bit over there. That's how you can actually miss. So that part of it, you're not gonna get the second part of the animation. So for example, I don't get the other guy over here. Can we lure them in, please? Let me see. Let me get the whole group over here. So let's say we got the whole group over here, and I'm just gonna aim. Let me just use this right here. I'm just gonna aim those few folks over there. So this one actually did not give a dash because how close the enemy is over there. But normally, if it was like anywhere further away, it's gonna actually like use this fly in animation. That over there can pretty much miss if like there's any obstacle over there. But like the animation, I would say is top tier because of like how savage it is over here. Let me see if I can pull out one more time. Yeah, so I don't have like the best CD possible, so probably. Wait, I think I am missing 12% if I recall. That's why it's not going as fast as it should. But keep in mind this EXQ is actually an awakenable one, so it's not like a regular one. So let's see what is the range. What do we have here? Well, that's pretty good range actually, not bad. He just missed. He missed everyone. Gosh, getting hit so much over here. Yikes. So if we have like a whole group over there, man, we can get everyone because they're like in so close proximity. Let me actually test it out as well. Well, I kind of gather everyone. Like, look at them. They're all hungry. All right, in a bit we can almost get them. Come on, a little further. Let's do this. I think we can get everyone, right? Yeah, we can get everyone that close proximity. So it's actually pretty good. So if you are in like a situation like that and those tight spot, you can literally get everyone, just get everyone just like that. But other than that, you're not really gonna trigger the second part of it, which is gonna be a little bit more powerful. Because right here, this the range of this one is obviously really short. In terms of the damage, it's not really like the final blow of the cutscene EXE, obviously. So we're gonna wait a little bit further over here and do this. Yeet! Can we do it? Oh, there's still one more remaining, two more. So look at this animation. So it's gonna use his beam rifle as a beam saber-ish. Look at that. Gonna stab him right in the chest, and I'm gonna fire him off away. Like, who does that? Like, whoever thought of this animation over here, props to you. This is a really savage one. Okay, can I? Okay, nice. I'm gonna hop into like another multi mission and kind of just test that out the same way as we did over here. All right, so this time around, I am taking this on to like the EX stage, so the extreme one. So I'm gonna see how much damage we can output from this guy over here. Whoops. Okay. Let's see. Where's the other one? Oh gosh. This one does not do any healing, so I might not. Ooh, not good. So because this one is a CD build, obviously, so we're not gonna do like phenomenal damage. But other than that, it's only gonna be one hit per target, so it's not actually that beneficial. I would say. Would it be too good? Okay. Obviously, I had to bring in some supplementary EX cube, or else I don't think I would be able to like finish off the whole match over here or the whole gameplay over here. So let me do this over here. There should be three enemy. Yep, three enemy over here. So I'm gonna rush in. Gonna see if I can gather everyone again. So I would say if you are, I would say this EXU is actually pretty good if you are using it on like those daily crew missions because you can like you'll be the one who's piloting it, and you can have EXQ that's like heat up, which is from the I believe the H, what is it, the Mark II, the AEUG version of it. Let me actually do this. Can we actually hit multiple here? We did. So that little like zigzag like dashing in, I would say highly missable because like you're not going in a straight line, and it doesn't like maneuver. Does not maneuver like around those obstacles. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. That would have been a little bit more better, but they don't do it. So I would say this one is actually pretty good if you were to run it in like those daily crew missions because that first part of the E skill can just basically wipe out a lot of people. So you can be the one getting targeted while your other two ally kind of wrap things up over here. So let's actually do this again. This is not the best angle. How many did we take out? Not that much. We did like about half a health. Obviously, if I would have took this out as like my full builds, I think we would have done a lot more better damage. I'll probably do that on my other setup. I do actually want to see what kind of damage we can do. So I'll probably exit it out from here after this. Can I even finish it? I don't know if I can finish these guys over here. Probably can. I'm really trying to finish it off and just trying to use it one more time. Towards the later part of this multi mission over here. Like this part over here. Now we just got a long way to go actually, so I'm just gonna quit it from right here, and then I'm gonna bring it onto my actual setup, like my full power, you can say offensive build, and then we'll see what kind of output we can do. All right, so I am back with my offensive build over here. So what we actually just gonna do, we're gonna quickly test out how much power we can do with, like that first part of the EXQ because I don't. This is not like my CD build, so I am only gonna be able to use it once only. Because I don't think I'm gonna have to. I don't want to wait for that 120 seconds, you know. So let's see. Let me actually do this right now. How much we're doing? Was it like a 1 million? That's actually not bad. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. We're doing like a million damage per hit, or was it not? I think it was like 100K. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I think if you're doing 100k per tick or per that one hit, I'm pretty sure you can just basically take out any enemy. But what's tricky about the Z skill, you can't really rely on the first part of it. I would say you have a higher chance of missing it, depending on like the situation. If the map is kind of small, like if you're gonna take this onto like a map where you have a lot of like buildings and whatnot, I highly suggest not, because there are chances of you just gonna miss it completely. So that's pretty much it from over here. Like we have seen pretty great damage overall, but you don't want to really rely on the first part of E skill to like kind of wipe out everyone, because there are incidents where you cannot really take out everyone like on like the first part of it when I was testing it. So that's pretty much it from over here, and then let me just quit it from here. Okay, so my final verdict for the Destiny Impulse out over here, I would say it's not bad overall. In terms of the stat, obviously it's gonna be really high, because nowadays every unit they're gonna release, not counting the hit and the right and the weapon for this shot unit over here, everything is coming up to around 5k or ish, which is pretty good. But in terms of the overall usability, in terms of the tag, I would say is not the best. Obviously for a shop build, the first thing you want to, in terms of stack, you want to have is going to be ace exclusive. That is going to be like a mandatory. I mean, you don't have to use it, right? But because ace exclusive is going to give you a 10% raise to a shot attack, so obviously you want to use it to gain the maximum stat. I would say high firepower Gundam type, or in my opinion, is more of like that kind of in that third vortex spot. So it's like in most like my build personally, I have Ace exclusive and Commander. Those are, you can say, two stable tags. And then whether or not I want to pick Gundam type and high firepower, just really depends on the overall parts in terms of the portrait. It just really depends on which one they want you to use. For this Destiny Impulse over here, they favor a little bit more for that Gundam type, because I believe the beam rifle actually says use Gundam type as the activation for one of the portraits. But that one actually comes along with mid range. So mid range is another one of those like third choice as well. So overall of this unit over here, they pack a lot of those third choice word tag, which I don't know why they would do that. But props to them for kind of going out of the way to make a unit that is based off of mid range, because we don't have a lot of those representation. Like for the Cerebi over here, you had long range. We did have a good two units that actually, like two Soka unit or limited festival unit that actually has it already. So that is a good foundation already. So adding on to the Cerebi is good on that end. But I would say for the Destiny over here is brand new. We don't actually have too many good shot unit that have mid range. So hopefully later down the road, just like for the Cerebi, we're gonna have more unit that's branching out to those kind of tags over here, because I would say majority of the players can kind of benefit from having that mid range, because it's a little bit more accessible than for example like Commander, because it's pretty much locked behind like those Sokai's part and not whatnot. We do have Warfare part that also have Commander, but obviously those there are not anywhere comparable, so that's why they're not too good. But overall, in terms of the EXQ, the backpack definitely gives me a good impression. Just from the first part of EXQ, doing, you can say like a mini AOE ish, and then like the final blow of the casino EXQ is savage. I like that. Stabbing your enemy in the chest and then finishing up with like a final beam attack. Yeah, that's pretty good. So with that being said, this is pretty much it in terms of my opinion for the Destiny Impulse over here. It's actually not bad of a unit in terms of the portrait and what kind of EXQ it offers. That CIWS is actually pretty impressive. First time around they made that EXQ viable to be using. In terms of like, I don't actually have it. I'm pretty sure it's just like a regular, just like a melee throw EXQ. So I'm not gonna expect too much out of that. In terms of the other portrait, some of them are usable and whatnot, but overall pretty good kit, but definitely not something you have to pull for. So continue saving for that second year anniversary. And then this would pretty much it for this guy over here, my final thoughts and final verdict over here. And then with that being said, I will catch you guys all on the next one.